Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of the Guiding Keys podcast hosted by the Keyblade Forge. I am Master Latrix, and today I am joined by Dallin1016 and DJ PRS. Say hello.
Yo,
Howdy, howdy.
So, DJ, before we get started, since you have not been featured in one of our episodes before, why not just introduce yourself real quick?
All right. So what's going on, guys? My name is DJ PRS. I'll say that I am one of the OG members of the Keyblade Forge. I've known Laters going on for almost 2.5 years now, and Dahlin going on about 1.5 years. And we've worked on many projects together. And Latrix and I have built this server from the ground up. So it's good to see that we're finally getting some new content in here and working on some cool stuff.
Yeah, and DJ has also been helping edit some of these episodes of Guiding Keys as well, so I just want to say thank you for that.
Of course.
And Dallin and I are actually some of the ones who worked on the Project Forge mod pack, the Kingdom Hearts 3 DJ PRS mix, alongside Ditz, who is not joining us today, but the three of us were, plus Ditz, were sort of the main team behind the Project Forge mod pack. So, yeah.
Yes, the beautiful Project Forge.
All right. So, unfortunately, Finn and Iron Clark could not join us today, but Iron Clark has given me permission to roast him. So, Iron Clark, I just want to say, I don't know, you're cool, man.
So cool.
How dare you miss an episode?
Iron Clark, you're banned from the server for missing an episode. How dare you?
Jesus.
No, I'm kidding. So continuing from last week's discussion on what we want to see from Kingdom Hearts 4, last week was focused more on the gameplay mechanics that we want to see. And today we're going to kind of continue our what we want to see from Kingdom Hearts 4 discussion, but this time we're going to be talking about the worlds that we want to see in Kingdom Hearts 4. So, would anybody like to just kind of start us off with what world they really want to see come to Kingdom Hearts 4?
Yeah, so I'll start with kind of the elephant in the room of potential Kingdom Hearts 4 worlds, and that is Star Wars. That is, all but confirmed at this point because of the ATST foot in the Kingdom Hearts 4 reveal.
Absolutely.
So that, I think, is going to be a real fun time.
Are we just talking about your blown up tweets at this point?
I mean, yeah, but that was my tweet. It got, like, news articles written about it.
Hey, he wasn't the only one, because I cross-referenced to the waterfall to both Return of the Jedi and Battlefront 2, and I found that it was the exact same waterfall. So
technically both of you guys were like that one GeoGuessr guy, and it's like, I know exactly where this is, and then you just like circle the waterfall and then circle the movie reference.
We're like the guys from 4chan who found the Shia LaBeouf's flag and like how fast.
Well, the funny thing with my tweet, I wasn't even the one that spotted that. It was at Xenosaga7 that saw it originally, and I just posted the comparison because they originally just posted the screenshot of the foot itself. So I posted the comparison, and that tweet blew up.
Yeah, it's always the ones we don't expect to blow up that blow up, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So
But it's funny, I didn't even mention Kingdom Hearts, I just said, like, there's no effing way or something.
Yeah.
Did you, I know that Latrix said Battlefront 2 and all that, but did you like narrow down exactly in what part of Star Wars do you want the world to be?
Well, so it looks like Endor. So by, that going off of that is likely going to be Episode 6, Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, and the what I could see of the ATST's foot, it matches the Imperial walkers, not the First Order walkers. So it's definitely going to be an original trilogy time. So I would say more than likely Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm trying to remember. That's after Lando's dead, right? It's episode 6.
Lando doesn't die.
I mean, not
Wait,
Lando. Um, not Lando. The other guy when they're on the sky ship. The way like Lando brings them in and then they kill everybody. I'm trying to remember that fancy guy's name.
You're talking about Cloud City.
Yeah. But the person they kill in Cloud City. Who do they kill in Cloud City?
Kill anybody in Cloud City.
They don't kill. They freeze Han Solo and Carbonite.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. So this is during that timeline. Okay.
No, this is after that. That was in episode 5.
Yeah.
There's so many movies.
There are 9.
I just want Donald Glover
Well,
back. Donald Glover in Kingdom Hearts. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah. That would be sick. Actually, I could totally see, because it probably wouldn't be Donald Glover because Billy D. Williams did Lando in the original trilogy. But if we got like a Spider-Man world, though, I could see Donald Glover coming as voicing the Prowler.
oh yeah.
Okay, so we got Star Wars. Who's going up next?
Well, I kind of want to talk about like Star Wars world for a minute because
Okay.
So like, because obviously that's kind of the big, heavy.
That's the one
hitter.
where it's the biggest one that we could potentially get and is almost confirmed at this point.
So I kind of want to ask y'all. So like, we know it's probably going to be set during Return of the Jedi. But, like, what do you want to see in a Star Wars world in a Kingdom Hearts game? Because, like, obviously this is something that a lot of people have wanted for a really long time, but it's also something that a lot of people have not wanted for a really long time. And there's a lot of people who were very against the idea of Star Wars coming to Kingdom Hearts. And while I disagree with that notion, I'm not going to say that they're wrong for having that opinion.
I will say, I was of the I don't want Star Wars in Kingdom Hearts at all opinion until it came the potential for it came for Kingdom Hearts 4. Because of the whole unreality thing, I feel like it just works better in this mysterious alternate reality that we don't know a lot about than it would in the standard Kingdom Hearts reality of like very fantasy oriented.
I'm gonna be the odd one in there. I still don't, but hear me out. The reason why is because the way how Kingdom Hearts has been progressing, with the way how they reference, the purest of hearts, light and darkness, the way how the weapons have been changed, just the mechanics overall. To pretty much be thrown into a Star Wars world where it's literally Kingdom Hearts but with more force, literal force. I just can't physically see Sora in the game. Oh, just Sora. Never mind. Hold on. Let me get that, because whatever that ending was in Hades, whatever, Sora himself doing anything remotely as badass as a Jedi can do with a Keyblade, when he can literally just be thrown around by force.
Yeah.
And I feel like battle mechanic wise, unless they do that thing where in this specific world you can do whatever they do, kind of like, oh, you go to Little Mermaid, you are a fucking merman and you can flip and paddle and do this. I just don't see Sora wielding the force. And that's one of the main things as a Jedi, or lightning hands, or just anything like that. But like if he is, then I want that world to kind of be like Arendelle, where it's from point A to point B, and then post that speed bike missions, or like speed bike mini game, or doing like Keyblade throws, like force throws, like something where like the world has some impact, but it's mainly used for like material grinding or to get that one special item.
I don't agree with that, but I kind of understand what you're getting at. But I guess my counterpoint to that is you have to remember, because this is a completely separate reality from what Sora is used to, that the rules might not be the same as they were from where he came from. So we don't actually know what Sora can and can't do here, because this is a whole separate dimension from where he's from. So the rules might be different.
Right.
But I'm saying, like, until it comes to light, I, as of this moment, cannot see it being a thing. Like, even my imagination cannot fathom, like, in the separate reality, this is what's going on, because you're so used to Sora being a badass and, like, summoning the attractions and going into different forms and stuff, but nothing's still physical where he can levitate or move things. Like, yeah, he can turn into a Heartless, you know, in the moment he's about to die, or hey, he just summoned a giant roller coaster just blowing things up. But then I still can't see him go lift, throw.
Well, I don't think we're gonna see Sora start using the Force, but at the same time, I mean, he does have the gravity and anti-gravity spells in some of the other games, so he's already picking things up and throwing them around.
He can just hear Sora going, here! It just pulls it. Like, he has to still scream it.
He just pulls Darth Vader into a spiraling cyclone.
It just force pull into magnet burst. He's just
I think we were talking about this last week. I don't know if it was while we were recording or not, but I was saying I don't necessarily want to see Sora like fight Vader like full on, because there's no way he'd win. Like, I feel like if we were gonna have a fight,
he's fought Hades and still hasn't technically won.
Yeah, but Hades versus Darth Vader? I mean,
Lord of the Dead.
Yeah, but what if Hades like actually done that shows us that he's nearly as threatening as Vader? Like actually. Like, I feel like if Sora was going to fight Vader, they would have to handle it how the Vader fight in Jedi Fallen Order was, where you're basically just running from him the whole time.
I mean, it could be like a scripted ending.
Well,
more like kind of like what Leon was in Kingdom Hearts 1, where technically you could beat him or you could lose. It didn't matter, and just the cutscene was slightly different, but Sora still passes out.
That wouldn't be fun, though. I don't think people would enjoy it, because that would feel like a cop-out for a Vader fight.
And technically, if you did beat Leon, you did get experience.
Like, if you're gonna fight Vader, you have to make it impactful. It's freaking Vader.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, we saw in that trailer, it looked like there was QTEs, so it might be a QTE scripted fight until it
it was a return of reaction commands that they confirmed.
Yeah, and it's funny, kind of going back to the discussions we were having last week or last time about Final Fantasy 16 game design. It sort of reminds me of like the cinematic strike, cinematic evasion, cinematic clash from those games, from that game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering, since the Kingdom Hearts team had a hand in those boss fights, I wonder if, with the return of reaction commands, will we be seeing stuff like that implemented into the boss fights?
Yeah. Let's see. Anything else you guys want from what do you say, Endor?
Yeah. I would love to see some I would love to have speeder bike piloting. I would love to have ATST piloting, maybe even X-Wing piloting. That would be really fun. I am wondering how Sora's going to be traveling, because I don't think he has access to a gummy ship anymore.
Yeah, that's a big question mark for Kingdom Hearts 4 right now. I mean, unless it could be potentially Endor is like an early game world and you just get a ship from there or something.
Oh, yeah, let's get back portals.
Yeah, but how's he gonna get there? How's he gonna get to Endor?
Very good question.
I mean, unless he starts opening the lanes between with his Keyblade and
I mean, technically speaking, he did do that in Kingdom Hearts 3 just for the gummy ship.
No, I got you. Nomura, come on in. Ask him yourself.
Yeah, let me. I got a Nomura on speed dial. Let me pull him up
Yeah.
real quick. Just hey, buddy. Hey, so how's Sora gonna get to Endor in Kingdom Hearts 4?
Portals.
Okay, so Star Wars. We definitely all sort of have ideas for what we want to see there. You know, in DJ's case, what doesn't want to see coming from Star Wars. Which is fair. You know, I think at this point we all kind of agree it's going to be there, but how they execute it could either make or break it.
Yeah.
Ewok summons. I just thought about it.
Ewoks. Just summon a horde of Ewoks that just
Dude,
tramples the enemy.
But
if you get any summon, it should be from Star Wars.
I will say I have been playing Jedi Survivor recently. I haven't finished it yet because Final Fantasy 16 came out. I'm sorry. I will get back to that game as soon as I finish 16. Don't worry. I've been really enjoying it. But playing Jedi Survivor has kind of made me go like, you know, oh, there's some elements of this that I would, you know, maybe like to see in a Star Wars world in Kingdom Hearts 4. So I don't know. It could be interesting, you know, some of the enemies that you fight there, I could see having similar fights, similar encounters, similar mechanics in a Star Wars world in Kingdom Hearts 4. So
Yeah.
all right, so what other worlds? Because I mean, Star Wars is sort of the only one we have anything to like have go off of a basis on because of the trailer we saw.
Right.
Besides Quadratum, but we know next to nothing about it other than we'll be visiting it multiple times and it gets bigger. But you know, they did say this is still a Kingdom Hearts game. We're still going to be visiting multiple worlds in Disney worlds. So what other worlds do you want to see come through? I mean, now at this point, everything past here is just going to be wants and speculation. But you know, what do you got?
Okay, so I'm gonna go next. I am going. I'm not gonna do the cop out and be like, I want Marvel. Me want Marvel. I'm actually gonna go completely left on it, and I want either one of two worlds, and I want to know if anybody kind of agrees with me on it. I either want Treasure Planet or Atlantis.
I think those are probably the
those
least-
have always been one of the like biggest requested.
the least surprising take of all time.
Okay, good. Only because of this, right? Like you said, we are in Quadratum. This whole thing, a whole different set of world, a whole different universe. Now we get to think outside the box because Sora is completely nowhere near any of the original worlds. So you could see that Sora, and if we're going through the same place that Sora's by himself, just kind of like how in Dream Drop Distance, he had to kind of understand himself and like figure out who he was and wanted to be. Being in Treasure Planet or Atlantis, literally having to defend for himself and figure this out, because both movies were about self-growth and infliction. So have that moral thing, and then Sora's already been a pirate.
I will say this. If we're getting Star Wars, which we likely are, I would rather see Atlantis than Treasure Planet, because we would be getting two space fantasy worlds if that were the case. And I just feel like there's, even though they're still pretty different from one another, that's still an overlap in terms of like setting. Whereas Atlantis would be completely different.
Right.
And I just feel like maybe just because like there's more, it's a weird way to say it, it's more realistic, more human-like, going into those more human-based Disney animations. Because like look how beautifully they made Pirates of the Caribbean in 3.
Right.
Yeah.
It was literally fleshed out. Like you could see that they worked on the humans a lot more than just insert Disney animation, insert Pixar animation.
Right.
To kind of see that, and then just the way how they're, you know, with the new Unreal Engine, working on the effects and the animations in general, that it'll just look so smooth. And if we do get Atlantis, dude, imagine just all the glowing, all the backdrops. You can start off in the submarine, then get into it. Oh, it'll be the aliens.
All I'm gonna
It would
say
be
is
like a stunning world, yeah.
all I'm gonna say is if they do Atlantis and y'all need a Keyblade design, just stop. Call me.
Yeah. True.
I've already got one cooked. Everybody seems to like it. Y'all can have it. All right, y'all can have it. Just hit me up. Y'all can have it. I give that one to you.
Dude, I'm thinking about like the form changes and the scorpion and oh god, I need to stop.
So I'm gonna go completely out of left field.
Okay.
And say something I don't think anyone has ever mentioned. But I'm thinking about if we're going based on unreality, and we're going, especially with the idea of Star Wars, that we can go beyond Disney original and go into other properties that Disney owns, right?
So we're doing Fox Animation?
What about Avatar?
Oh.
The blue people?
Yeah, like Pandora.
I don't want Sora blue.
I mean, honestly,
don't use wisdom form.
That's not like a terrible idea. It would be very different, but I could see it honestly.
But which one?
I mean, either one. I mean, honestly, you don't even have to space it on the movie. You could just do an original story. If you've got an entire planet,
that's true.
You could have, the characters there. You could have Jake Sully be there, but you don't have to. There's a time skip between the first movie and the second movie.
Yeah.
Set it between them.
And
kind of like we did with Monsters Inc. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and Pandora is like known, or like the whole franchise is known for how like visually stunning it is.
It would be and I mean there is an Avatar game coming out soon.
That's true, yeah.
But I could maybe see them doing like we want to go like really out of left field. Here's Pandora from the Avatar films. Sora's Sora's a Na'vi now. Or, honestly, they don't have to make Sora a Na'vi. I mean, the Sky People, the humans exist.
Right.
Give Sora an oxygen mask. And
that's true. That's what I was about to say. Like, the oxygen mask thing, I don't know. And then there's the whole size difference between the Na'vi and humans, but...
I don't think that's going to be as big of an issue as you think it is, though. I mean, like, we've had, Sora interact with Marshmallow and Sully are both huge.
Yeah, but then, like, thinking about, like, the whole world, Sora is just the shortest one in existence.
Oh, yeah, because Sora being a small character in a big world has never been done before. Toy Story, Cinderella.
Yeah, fair point.
Freaking Wonderland in the first game. Yeah, both big and small.
Yeah, but my thing is this, right? We're talking about these worlds. To explain where you came from, Donald didn't do the magic to kind of like be in this situation. And I think the whole if we were to do that, you're not from the sky. Where are you from? So how the hell is Sora gonna explain himself? That boy don't know how to talk to people. He's like, you're in danger, I help you.
I just say it could be a very interesting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I think there's a lot of potential there. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I mean, honestly, I don't even really know like how much Disney is even like involved in the Avatar franchise. I know they own Fox, and it's a 21st Century Fox film, but and there's the Pandora's world in the Animal Kingdom at Disney World, but beyond that, like I don't really know like how much Disney is involved in the Avatar franchise, so right. I don't even know if it's like possible, but it would definitely be a very interesting world to go to.
Definitely.
And I could see some very interesting mechanics, like I can't remember what any of the creatures in that movie are called, but like Sora flying around on those creatures that they use.
Those are the Banshees. That's the only one that I remember.
Yeah, that Banshees, yeah. How do I not remember that? That's like the easiest thing to remember. But like flying around on those. There's so many unique, creatures that you could turn into monsters to fight in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, you've got the humans and their robots, their machines. There's a lot of interesting ideas that they could do if they decided to do Pandora as a world. And I think, I don't know, because especially if we're going with the whole unreality thing, if Sora's going to go to Endor from Star Wars, I mean, technically speaking, if we're going by like a more sci-fi theme with like going into space, going to different planets, it's not like the most far-fetched thing in the world to say that, he went from Endor to Pandora.
Yeah.
Even if they're not like in the same universe, canonically, this is Kingdom Hearts. How much does that really matter?
But also, to piggyback off of that, going back to Pirates, they already showed how Pirates and San Francisco, those flying missions. So Sora hopping on the back of one of the Banshees, that's easy for them now.
That's true, yeah.
I don't know, it was just something that popped into my mind. I was like, Pandora from the Avatar movies. That could be a really cool world.
It's definitely out of left field, but I could see it.
See it, I just don't want to.
It feels on brand though for Kingdom Hearts. Like, like it feels like fairly on brand. Like they'd have to tone it down a bit. Those movies do get pretty dark. But,
which to kind of continue off of that, I have another world.
All right.
And to kind of continue off of like things being like visually pretty, I don't know if this would be in Kingdom Hearts 4, considering or it depends on what direction they decide to take with the worlds and how the game is going to work. But Coco is one of my like most wanted Disney films to be in Kingdom Hearts at this point.
I definitely want to see Coco. I don't know if we'll see it in Kingdom Hearts 4. It feels like it might be a little bit too recent, but then at the same time, I think by the time Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out, Coco will have been about as old as Frozen was when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. So.
But it all has to take place in Dias de los Muertos.
Yeah.
I guess the only issue is just that for Sora to get there, he'd literally have to die.
Well, isn't he?
No.
That's
Question mark?
He is in Quadratum, which is a afterworld. So, maybe.
Okay, speaking of Quadratum, right? After they kind of like discussed the whole thing about it, did nobody else think of the hub that Lightning was in and Lightning Returns, with Hope going into different parts and timelines of the world?
Bro, I haven't played any of the FF13 games. I'm sorry.
I have. I could. Yeah, that kind of sound. Maybe. I don't know.
Because my whole thing is like, okay, you're in Quadratum. Like I said, every time you come back, it gets bigger. So that is your hub.
Yeah. I haven't played any of the 13 games. The only Final Fantasies I've played are 7, 15, and 16.
Gotcha. So, but in that sense, if that is the hub, then if he's if he's quote unquote dead, then his ticket to there is already there. So they don't have to worry about asking the questions, or he will just be fully skellied up, and then he'll just he'll be going to hang out with Frida Kahlo and do Coco stuff.
That would be cool. I just
remember me, Kyrie. Remember me.
Damn. Okay, now I kind of do want it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I was saying though, I think it just depends on what direction they're taking with the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 4. Because if they are going for more of like the live action or like extended properties, it may not be, but it's definitely would work so well in Kingdom Hearts and would look visually beautiful. So that's one of my most spotted.
It would definitely look very pretty. All of the orange, all of the colors, all of the lights and the glow. Yeah, it would be can you imagine the music if they start incorporating like Spanish guitar into the soundtrack? Oh man.
Ooh, yeah.
I would love that. I
guess I'm up next, right?
Yeah, I mean if you want to.
Perfect. Okay. So now that we're talking about times and years, I had to look this up real quick. It just shows how old I am because I took my sister to go see Frozen 1. And Frozen 1 came out in
2013.
I wanted Moana.
I could absolutely see them doing Moana.
But that's 2016.
Yeah. That's another one that the themes of Moana fit really well with Kingdom Hearts.
The only thing I'll say that I would be a little concerned with Moana is they're distinct enough to where they could probably do both Atlantis and Moana, but they're both like water exploration. So,
but my thing is this: if we don't get Moana, just like how in 3 we just got random summons, I have no problem getting a Maui summon.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, yeah, that would be really cool.
Absolutely. Although I don't even know if there's going to be summons in this game. That's kind of what we were talking about last time.
Yeah. Which really? to point out to DJ, what we were talking about last time is, at least my personal idea, is that the scrap and build mechanic is potentially the summons of this game, where Sora potentially, he gathers materials and is able to build the quote-unquote summons, whatever they may be.
Okay.
But, who knows at this point? That's just the speculation.
Yeah. But, okay, so I'm going to say something. It's something that a lot of people have been kind of speculating, vocalizing, and being hopeful about. I'm going to say this, and it's probably going to be an unpopular take. Okay. And that is, there are a lot of people who are wanting worlds based on other Square Enix games, like Final Fantasy VII, The World Ends With You, and I can't see that happening, at least not yet.
Yeah, I think definitely specifically The World Ends With You, I don't think there's any way they're doing that, especially in Kingdom Hearts 4, considering Quadratum itself is, Shibuya, and it would be kind of weird to have two separate Shibuyas, but I mean, I could possibly see some kind of Final Fantasy world, but I don't think that would happen in Kingdom Hearts 4.
I would love to see Sora interact with more Final Fantasy characters. I think,
absolutely.
I throw Noctis in there, honestly. Like, you've already got Yozora, who's based on the original concept of Noctis from Versus 13. Throw the actual Noctis in there.
Have him do the Spider-Man meme.
Can somebody real quick give me the backstory on having The World Ends With You characters in Dream Drop Distance?
That is a very good question. I don't really have an answer to, because they don't explain it that well.
Yeah, I think basically it's just they're in Traverse Town as part of the Reapers game, and then they go back to Shibuya.
So, in hindsight, they couldn't just be in Quadratum, just chilling in Quadratum.
In theory, they could, but they call it Shibuya. They don't call it Quadratum.
Yeah. I know, but if Quadratum is like what we saw the tower, like we know it is a reference of Shibuya.
Yeah, it's based on Shibuya, Japan. I think that the thing right now is, I think the Nomura did say that what he said specifically is that that Quadratum is not the same Shibuya as The World Ends With You.
Yes,
he did. Strictly speaking, that technically doesn't mean it's impossible to like see characters in Quadratum, and it would just be, completely separate entirely from the game's universe. But at this point, I don't think we will see the World Ends With You characters in Kingdom Hearts 4 as much as I would like to.
Yeah, I just don't see it happening. Again, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, maybe they're going to get away from the Disney aspect and go to other Square Enix yet. I'm sorry, guys, this is still Kingdom Hearts. This is still a Disney-owned franchise. Whether or not it's developed by Square Enix is kind of irrelevant at that point. They're not going to get away from the Disney aspect and start exploring other Square Enix games.
Yeah, but if they...
I definitely think they could possibly in the future do other Square Enix world, but they're not going to be the main focus or like the bulk of the worlds ever.
Yeah. And all the people saying, oh, the series is going to drop the Disney aspect, that will never happen.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I
was reading something. So technically, because they're saying that Nico. I'm reading this off of I guess an interview that Nomura had while explaining Dream Drop Distance. And it says Nico and his friends seem to be cast out in the 3D games. They originally died. Joshua's helping them get out of this world. When Joshua flies away, there's a bit of an untold story there. Nicholas and her friends just finished their game and went back to Shibuya, while Joshua stays there, who helps Sora and Riku for a while. So, if they want to try to go through the canonically thing and still going through like the lore base, technically, if that was the dream world of said, and once again, Quadratum is this place of non-existence hub-esque thing, they could technically be like, we left Traverse Town and we've been here since. And this looks just like home.
They could. I feel like putting them there would blend more confusion than anything else. I don't think they can do it.
Especially, I know there's a lot of The World Ends With You fans that are like very against like any association with Kingdom Hearts.
Don't touch my game!
Even though they're made by the same people.
Yeah.
How dare you? We don't want this. We never wanted this. Oh, shit, it's on Nomura that, 10 years ago?
It's the same people who say Nomura ruined FF7 Remake when he didn't even write it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, all of the time travel ghosts saw Nomura putting that Kingdom Hearts crap in there. You do realize Nomura didn't write the script. Also, from interviews, we can say that Nomura actually wanted the remake to be more faithful to the original, and it was the guy who made the original 7 who wanted the remake to deviate more.
Shit. Well, I just choked on soda. I am so sorry.
You good?
Yeah, it went down the wrong pipe. No, but okay. So, yeah, like I said, Moana, if we can't get the summons, then we do something else that's cool. But to have the shape-shifting, the elements, Sora fighting another giant boss, which will be, what is it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just seeing something cool like that. Maybe riding on the back of Maui, when he turns into a shark and just jumps up and just slashes. Things like that.
I could see some really cool stuff in a Moana world, because I'm a halfway point boss against Tamatoa at the same time,
Which, speaking of, what we talked about last time a little bit, if they're taking, if what the Kingdom Hearts team has done with Final Fantasy 16 is going to carry over a little bit into Kingdom Hearts, big, kaiju boss fights with some, unique, interesting mechanics would be, that would work well in that case.
Oh, absolutely. Please give me some of that.
I think we should probably talk about the most requested world that everybody wants, and that is a Marvel Cinematic Universe world. But the question is, where would it take place?
Yeah, that is a good question.
I think the thing with the MCU is in potentially being in Kingdom Hearts, I feel like it would need to be very narrowed down to be at most only a couple of the heroes.
So my take being obviously. I feel like everybody, the big one would be everybody. Oh, I want Sora to team up with the Avengers. They're the Avengers. They're the main group. La da 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 da. But I don't know. I kind of think there's more opportunity for uniqueness, especially from Quadratum, if they went with something like the Guardians of the Galaxy as opposed to the Avengers.
Did Square Enix work on Guardians too?
Yeah, they did the game.
Okay. Oh yeah, they did make the Guardians game. That's right.
Because my thing is, if they go with the Avengers, post edit DJ, do a Vietnam flashback of Square Enix's Avengers game.
Yeah,
and how bad that was.
Yeah, please not those Avengers.
But
I don't even
Guardians was amazing. Guardians was amazing.
I don't even think they own Crystal Dynamics anymore, though. They sold that. And we can't do any more because we're gonna get copyright strike.
Exactly. To see Sora coming out of the ship with Star-Lord just grooving. Oh, I need it. I need it.
I know the big one that I see that like people would absolutely love is Sora interacting with Spider-Man. But then there's the whole thing with like Sony and everything that I don't know.
If you want KH4 to be PS5 exclusive, then sure.
All right, sign me up.
No, but we want it on PC so we can make mods.
Oh no, the Spider-Man games came to PC.
Oh, they did. Okay, then, fair enough.
About 3 years later, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, if you don't mind KH4 just never coming to Xbox, then sure, we can put Spider-Man in there.
I mean, not to go down that rabbit hole, but somebody already said that they admitted to losing because of all their mess ups. So sure, just put the Green Monster to the side, and then just give us Spider-Man. We're good.
I mean, as much as I would absolutely love to see Sora team up with Spider-Man, that's even more of a logistical nightmare than a lot of what other Kingdom Hearts games do.
All I'm saying, Sora, Star-Lord, and Rocket Raccoon all screaming at each other using the word flark 50 million times.
Oh no. And Sora learning space swear words from Rocket. And
then all you hear in the background is, I am Groot.
Not to mention, I mean, we need some sort of bad-mouthed talking animal companion if we're not going to have Donald, so Rocket's a good substitute.
What are these flarking heartless?
Oh my goodness.
Hey kid, throw the flarking key already.
I think Guardians of the Galaxy would just... I don't know. I think it lends itself better to Kingdom Hearts than the Avengers does, personally.
I could see it, yeah.
I don't know, but man, I just suggested like 3 like space sci-fi franchises with Guardians and then Avatar.
Well, hey, maybe that's the direction they're going. It's just going to be all space movies.
I mean, if you want to talk about Birth by Sleep, we had mostly like flying fantasy and space anyways?
Well, Birth by Sleep was mainly the princess movies.
Yeah.
Well, you had Peter Pan. You had Lilo
Peter
and
Pan
Stitch.
is just place.
Yeah, we had Lilo and Stitch. We had a space battle in general. And then you had like the original princess movies.
Man, yeah.
But the longest movie, the longest worlds was Peter Pan and Lilo and Stitch.
I mean, speaking of Lilo and Stitch, I think everybody wants to see Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
But then you just go across the street and go to Samoa. Boom! Moana!
Yeah. Just have Stitch meet Maui. It's like, oh yeah, I'm a god. Oh yeah, I'm an alien. What's up?
To actually have Sora meet Stitch for the first time, like in his actual home world, and just like have a flashback to Kingdom Hearts 2, oh, that would hurt my heart so much.
Stitch was in KH3 too.
Yeah, but as a summon.
Yeah, he was a summon.
But he was always. But I'm saying like Terra Ventus and Aqua got to meet Stitch. No, correction. Did Stitch meet all 3?
Yes.
which is why he has his own Wayfinder. Correct. So the OGs got to meet Stitch. Sora just summoned Stitch. Not to be like, oh, this is where you live, buddy. And then be like, family, and I'm just going to cry.
You know, it would be
at the same time, to go off of that, Stitch is canonically in Radiant Garden in Kingdom Hearts 2. He's fighting in the war without like being summoned.
Okay, I just had an idea for a world, and it was. Can you remember what it was based? It was based on him talking about meeting summoned characters, and I just realized something. What is Verum Rex?
That's a good question.
No. What is Verum Rex?
It's a video game.
It's a video game.
Right.
So what if Sora leaves said video game and enters Game Central Station?
I can see it.
To hang out with Rick and Ralph?
There you go.
Yeah.
But this is my thing. He wasn't thrown into the game without the help of young Xehanort. This wasn't a Blue's Clues thing. He opened the portal to get in there. He threw him in there.
Oh no, but now he's like actually in that world.
Is Quadratum Verum Rex?
Yeah, from the like trailer that plays at the beginning of the Toy Story world. I believe it's the same. I believe it is, Quadratum, as far as I can tell.
It is.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess my brain hurts.
Welcome to Kingdom Hearts.
Don't you see the 104 tower in that Toy Story trailer?
You don't see 104, no, but you see, I think, the other building, which is the one that Yozora is sitting on top of at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 in the secret ending.
Okay. But
I
mean, Quadratum is Verum Rex. So, if it's a video game, if Sora leaves said video game and enters Game Central Station, we've got a hub in Game Central Station to get to a bunch of different worlds. You could have
the trailer right now.
And that's how Sora gets to Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Oh God. I mean, you could have Hero's Duty and have like a shooter world. That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
You could have Sugar Rush and have a Mario Kart type world.
There's Kingdom Hearts. We got it.
Kingdom Hearts. It finally happened, guys.
Which I do want to kind of... This isn't exactly a world. It has to do with Quadratum specifically. But I know a lot of people would love to see Oswald in Kingdom Hearts at some point. And a friend of mine in the KH Discord, Sora101 Ven, ended up making a mod. I don't think he's released it yet, but it's like a Oswald companion mod in Quadratum, and it looks really cool. And I feel like that would be like a really cool concept to have in Quadratum.
I would absolutely love to see Oswald, especially because if Mickey's the king of Disney Castle in Sora's world, maybe Oswald could be the king of whatever in the Unreality.
Right.
Because he was the original Disney mascot before Mickey.
Mm.
So, it could kind of be a cool, like, Oswald is sort of the Unreality parallel to Mickey.
Yeah.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Throw some epic Mickey references in there while you're at it.
Yeah.
Those games are underrated.
Okay.
I've never played them, but I want to.
I haven't either, but I know they're good. And I've always wanted to.
Watch PewDiePie play it, so I already played it.
Okay.
Me with Grand Theft Auto 5. I watched somebody play through it, therefore I've played it.
So Verum Rex's whole background thing, they used the same buildings as they did in the mod showcase for Final Fantasy 15 when he went up against I keep forgetting his name, the CEO of Square Enix.
So what you're saying is that the city that Yozora's in that trailer is what's it called?
Not Insomnia.
No, it is. It is Insomnia.
It is in. Okay.
I think. Uh,
Which I feel like I think early. I know there was, or I think there was some buildings in the original Versus 13 trailers that were based on buildings in Tokyo.
Correct.
And so I think that is where it builds off of, is that like, yeah, this is supposed to be Quadrata, and this is, you know, Tokyo, Japan, in whatever the heck reality it is.
Yeah, the president of Square Enix, Yosuke Masuda, that world, that little like boss battle showcase is the same ones that they did for Verum Rex. So technically that is not in that specific concept, that is not in for Kingdom Hearts. So we could still kind of use that. I'm down for that. I'm down.
So you're saying, I kind of had the theory once that, you know, Yozoro's not from Quadratum either. I think I even mentioned it last time. It'd be interesting if Yozoro was from Insomnia or some version of it.
Yeah.
But from what I can tell, everything sort of points to him being from Quadratum right now. So I don't know.
Well, not necessarily. We just know that he has been here for a while, going through his trials or whatever.
Well, no,
What
because
if he's a world hopper too?
well, the girl knew what Quadratum was.
Well, yes, and but I'm saying that that whatever Verum Rex is, in terms of if like the stuff in the game trailer actually happened, that's part of his trials.
Good point.
Anyway, I'm trying to think of any other worlds that I really want.
I can't really think of any. I am of the opinion that Kingdom Hearts 4 will probably have less worlds in it than previous games did.
Probably.
I think
it's
they're
probably
gonna
be a scale, or like a quality over quantity sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm expecting like maybe like 5 worlds as opposed to like 8.
Mm-hmm.
But they're gonna be big.
Yeah.
I used up all my worlds. At this point, I just want to see anything. I want something. I want some concept art. I want to scribble.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I haven't really like put too much thought into what other worlds I want to see beyond, you know, some of my random musings, especially about like Star Wars. I like my idea of Pandora quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all want to talk about drip the next episode, then I have so many things in my skull. But for worlds, I'm tapped out.
Well, we have been going for almost an hour, so
I will say, you know, I feel like with Kingdom Hearts, they rarely ever miss with the worlds. Like, there's not many worlds that I like actively dislike. I mean, obviously some are better than others, but like, I'm pretty confident that whatever they make, I'll probably enjoy it.
there's only one world I can really think of that I'm like, yeah, no, I do not like this part of the game.
Atlantica.
Oh no, that's not even it.
Okay.
No, that's not even what I'm talking about. It's Timeless River. I can't stand that world.
What? That's
It's the
wild.
It is the same 5-second loop of music over and over and over and over. Yeah, exactly.
No, because then you get and then you get that one comedic whistle, and then it loops.
I don't like Timeless River. I'm sorry.
All right, so now I know for this specific episode, just play Timeless River music.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're at 55 minutes, so I think, you know, we've gone through the topic as much as we can, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, 'cause we don't have the others here, so
But then
Yeah.
here's the thing, though. We have to ask the real question. Okay? For all you listeners out there, in the comments below, tell us which worlds you want.
True.
And we
That
can
is
have a discussion in the comments.
Boost that algorithm.
Or join the Discord. We always have conversations in the Forge.
That is
the
true.
link. Click the link in the description down below for the invite. Everybody's
Discord-
welcome to join.
Discord.gg/KeyBladeForge.
yes, we will be pushing that algorithm. Let's go, boys!
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And hit that bell.
Did you know that 99% of you aren't subscribed?
Hey, did you guys know that Final Fantasy XIV has a free trial up to level 60?
God. Listen, at the end of the day, if you want Koopa Burst to eat, you need to subscribe now.
No, don't
True.
feed him. Don't feed him.
Feed the boy!
Don't feed him. He'll only get stronger. We don't need Shin Koopa Burst coming back. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us for this episode of Guiding Keys. I have been Master Latrix. This was Dallin1016 and DJ PRS. We are signing out, and may your heart be your guiding key. Bye, y'all.
See ya.
Bye.